Novem disagrees.
I respectfully disagree. I think the main thing we should do is be creating admins, not reducing the number of admins. We got to stay focused on the goal.
And finally, was elect a good thing? Definitely.
The data is really exciting, definitely.
So yeah, that is Soni and Novem, and this was RFA 2024. We have finally some time for some questions. Yes. Yeah. She's giving the mic.
Hi, I'm Martin de Hexer, steward and former German Wikipedia admin, still English Wikipedia admin from the very early years when the Charles were high. Very interesting to see that you copied our process to recall. However, I'm derailing this a little bit because maybe can you go back to the slide where you say how many people accepted the admin
Elections?
No, the change.
Recall?
No, further.
Yeah.
Further.
There is a lot of slides, I'm sorry.
Yeah, one other direction. Yeah, something like that. 94 support, 19 opposes. Seriously. So how do you involve your community? At the same time, we have our request for comments with 400 or 500 people participating in German Wikipedia. When I became an administrator, I had like 120 support votes and like 20 opposes, something like that. And I was taken to the top 100 page. So I was in the top 100 people who were elected out of the 2,000 administrators. At the same time, I was, no, it's not time for clapping, not at all. At the same time, I nominated people in German Wikipedia who got 400 or 500 votes. So I can be evil and I'll ask here, why don't you do that? But how do you actually involve your community? How did you announce that? Did you use a side notice or a central notice? What did you do? Also looking, was my volunteer hat. Yesterday I had a session in my staff capacity at Wikimania Deutschland about community chatters and vital decision making. And that's not vital. Your community is much larger than mine in German Wikipedia. Why don't they participate? I know this process was super complex, but in general, the only process I notice on English Wikipedia that's actually working is outcome elections when like 500 or more people participate. Have you thought on that to get more people involved? I mean, the result is good, but it's still not at all representative of English Wikipedia.
I can answer the first part of that question, how we advertised it. So we advertised it as a watch list notice on our template central, tsent, which a lot of people have on their watch list. We sent mass messages to folks that signed up on a mailing list that were interested. And we also had that mass message go to several talk pages that people watch. Some of them have thousands of watchers. And then the second part of that question is, how do we increase engagement? I don't know. I'm open to suggestions.
Yeah. I think the communities are too decentralized and too separate, so that has to be a much longer discussion. But I do believe we can learn and have more engagement like the German Wiki. Yeah. Can you pass some mics?
Hello. Please, there is a question online, so I would like to read that one out to you before we pass it on to those in the room. So the question reads, I edit mostly from the Wikipedia in French, where we also have admin recruitment issues. Are your tools 100% technically reusable on other big Wikipedia projects? That's the question.
So the question is how to increase the number of administrator candidates?
Yeah, are your tools 100% technically reusable on other big Wikipedia projects?
reusable tools. You could install Secure Poll if you wanted to have administrator elections. You'd have to file a Fabricator ticket. They're telling us that time is up, so I think we'll wrap it here.
If somebody from a different wiki wanted to implement this, what would be the next step?
You would want to get a local consensus to implement it, and then you would want to file a Fabricator ticket, and you would link that consensus to show that it has community support, and then someone technical would help you with the process of installing and enabling Secure Poll locally.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
We'll be around if you want to chat.